The presentation that I'll be talking about today is the history of field hockey and the basic principles behind the game. The next 3 slides are going to be on the history behind the game. And this slide is talking about how the sport is said to be the oldest team sport in history. The game's roots can be dated back to 4,000 years ago. It was known as the ball and stick game. Other countries call the sport hockey. In 1850, hockey became a popular sport in England schools. When first played, a cube was used instead of a ball. This next slide is talking about men's field hockey club started to form in England. The sport was originally considered too dangerous of a sport for women. It became socially acceptable because women were allowed to play croquet and lawn tennis. By 1887, the first women's field hockey club was formed in England. This final slide on the history behind the game is talking about in 1901, field hockey was introduced to the Americans at Harvard University. It started in the Olympics in 1908, and the International Hockey Federation was formed. By the early 1970s, 72 countries belonged to the federation. Women's hockey became a medal sport in 1980, and today there are 1,900 players, coaches, officials, and fans who are members of the U.S. Field Hockey Association. This slide is talking about what you need to play this game, which is a field hockey stick, a ball, a field hockey goal, and a field hockey field. This slide is a picture of a field hockey stick, and here I have just 3 pictures of what a hook is, and there's 3 different types of hooks, which is a regular hook, a midi hook, and a shorty hook. This slide is showing a field hockey goal and a field hockey field. This slide is showing a dimple ball versus a regular ball, and a dimple ball allows for a smooth and less of a bounce when playing on turf. It also provides good control with the ball. A regular ball is good for long grass or grass fields. This slide is showing safety equipment when playing field hockey, and 3 things that you need are a mouth guard, a shin guard, and gloves. The object of the game is to be able to hit the ball from within the striking circle through the opponent's goal to score points. The team with the most goals at the end of the game wins. Field hockey games are divided in 2 halves, each lasting between 25 and 35 minutes long. The last thing about the object of the game is that you are only allowed to have 11 players in the field hockey field, including the goalie. There are normally 4 forwards, 3 midfielders, 3 defenders, and 1 goalie. And as you can see in this picture, it shows where the 4 forwards are, and then the 3 midfield, the 3 defenders, and the 1 goalie. Some basic rules of the game is that the ball is moved towards the goal by the use of a stick using only the flat left side. If you are caught using the round side of your stick, it will result in a penalty, and the ball may not be raised or lifted into another player. If the ball is hit into your feet or the other team's, it will result in a free hit. The ball is not allowed to hit your foot at all times. 2 very important rules of the game are obstruction and the penalty corner. Obstruction is a player cannot obstruct if he is stationary no matter which way he is facing. A penalty corner is when there are 5 people in the goal, including the goalie on the one team, and on the other team they're at the 16-yard line circle. Normally there are 8 people on the circle and the rest are in the backfield. The ball is then pushed out by the attacker from the 10-yard post side, and the defender will run out. The ball must then be moved outside the circle in order for the shot to be taken at the top of the circle. This picture is just showing the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, and these are just some pictures that I found of the USA team, and they ended up doing really well overall. They placed silver, so they did a very good job. The final slide is on my field hockey team, which is I'm a sophomore now, and I attend Central Michigan University, and we are currently in the MAC conference, and my head coach is Christy Freeze. And I hope you enjoyed the presentation on field hockey, and I hope you learned something about it. Oh, God, that was torture.